ਵੈਲਕਮ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ। ਸਾਡਾ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਹੈ ਚੈਲੰਜਸ ਆਫ ਟੀਚਿੰਗ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਇਨ ਡਾਈਵਰਸ ਕਲਾਸਰੂਮ, ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਡਿਫਿਕਲਟੀਜ਼, ਐਰਰਸ ਐਂਡ ਡਿਸਆਰਡਰਸ। ਡਾਈਵਰਸ ਕਲਾਸਰੂਮ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਨੇਟਿਵ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਆ ਉਹ ਨਾ ਸਿਖਾਈ ਜਾਵੇ, ਫੋਰਨ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਿਖਾਈ ਜਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਲਾਸਰੂਮ ਦਾ ਇਨਵਾਇਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹ ਚੇਂਜ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਫੋਰਨ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਨੂੰ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਹੀ ਸਿਖਾਈਏ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ, ਨਾ ਕਿ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਸਬਜੈਕਟ ਸਿਖਾਈਏ। ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਕਲਾਸਰੂਮਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੇ ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਤਰੀਕਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕਰਵਾਈ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਸੀ। ਪੁਰਾਣੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਟੀਚਿੰਗ ਸੀਗੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 6ਵੀਂ ਤੋਂ 6ਵਾਂ ਸਟੈਂਡਰਡ ਸੀਗਾ, ਜਿਹੜਾ 6ਵੀਂ ਕਲਾਸ ਤੋਂ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ। ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਸਬਜੈਕਟਾਂ ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੀ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਦੀ ਸਟੱਡੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਕਰਵਾਈ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਸੀਗੀ। ਨਾ ਹੀ ਕੋਈ ਕਮਿਊਨੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ 'ਤੇ ਧਿਆਨ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀ, ਨਾ ਹੀ ਕੋਈ ਤਰੀਕੇ 'ਤੇ ਧਿਆਨ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀ ਕਿਸ ਢੰਗ ਨਾਲ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਸਿਖਾਈ ਜਾਵੇਗੀ। ਤਾਂ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਟੀਚਰ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਸੀਗੀ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਈ ਢੰਗ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹ ਟੀਚਿੰਗ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਲਈ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕੀਤੇ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪੁਰਾਣਾ ਢੰਗ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹੀਏ ਗ੍ਰਾਮਰ ਟਰਾਂਸਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਮੈਥਡ ਆ। ਤਾਂ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਟੀਚਰਸ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਖਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਗ੍ਰਾਮਰ ਟਰਾਂਸਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਮੈਥਡ ਦਾ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਗ੍ਰਾਮਰ ਟਰਾਂਸਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਮੈਥਡ ਕੀ ਆ? This method was used by the teachers to teach young children, where teacher explained every word to students in the native language to make him understand and learn English. But this method was faulty mainly because both the teacher and the student concentrated more on first language than on second language. Students got only limited benefits through this method. Unfortunately, this method is still used in many language classrooms in India. ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੱਕ ਭਾਸ਼ਾ ਨੂੰ ਦੂਜੀ ਭਾਸ਼ਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਟਰਾਂਸਲੇਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਮਦਰ ਟੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਗ੍ਰਾਮਰ ਟਰਾਂਸਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਮੈਥਡ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਨੇ। ਅੱਗੇ ਹੈਗਾ ਬਾਈਲਿੰਗੁਅਲ ਮੈਥਡ। Most teachers follow the bilingual method to teach the students in Indian schools, where the teacher first of all explain the entire English sentence in the first language, then ask students to perform activities in English. Here it is assumed that only the teacher can take the help of the first language and students are not supposed to use it. But in reality, when a student is in the process of composing his or her English sentences, abundant help through the use of mother tongue sentences is provided. This method doesn't help fluency and naturalness in language expression. Thus, this method becomes beneficial to students in learning English only up to some extent. ਅੱਗੇ ਹੈਗਾ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟ ਮੈਥਡ। ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਆ? ਟੀਚਰਸ ਯੂਜ਼ਡ ਟੂ ਫੋਲੋ ਦਾ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟ ਮੈਥਡ ਟੂ ਟੀਚ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਮੋਸਟਲੀ ਇਨ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਸਕੂਲਸ। These teachers will stick to the practice of using only English without depending on the first language. Here, teacher is not supposed to use even a single word from the first language. This made most of the students face great difficulty in understanding certain words and their meanings. But this method proved to be more useful for the students to learn English than any other method, as this method create more encouraging language environment for students in the classroom. All the above methods have their own advantages and disadvantages. Where the students learned English only as a subject rather than as a language, they were not able to put their learning into practice due to lack of favorable environment. Moreover, the teachers used to have very limited teaching hours, which are not enough to teach the language elaborately. giving emphasis on the basic elements of language. Another limitation seen in Indian teachers is that some of the English teachers are not familiar with the latest developments in English language teacher pedagogy. Teaching of English in India is examination oriented only. The teacher should be able to cater the practical needs of learner to make them competent enough to interact with one another. English has become an international language and is considered as the most suitable and convenient tool for communication. The people who have proficiency in English could access large number of jobs, also were seen holding high positions in many national and international organizations. In earlier days, English was just like a library language, but now that has changed totally. At present, the challenges before the English language teachers in India are diverse, and it is necessary for them to shape up accordingly to meet the demands of the day. Methods to improve spoken skills. ਕਿਹੜੇ ਮੈਥਡ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਪੋਕਨ ਸਕਿੱਲਸ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਪਰੂਵ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ? ਗਰੁੱਪ ਡਿਸਕਸ਼ਨ ਮੈਥਡ. These days, teachers give more emphasis on communicative approach rather than the lecture method. Their main goal is to make the student effective communication in English. To achieve this, they involve the students to participate in classroom activities so that they will acquire adequate command over speaking skills. To create this environment, teachers can conduct group discussions. They give their views in English, due to which they develop the habits of speaking fluently in English like they do in their mother tongue. Debates too play an important role to improve speaking abilities of the students. Debates not only make the students speak boldly and fluently, but also help them to take stand and to be firm on that. It also helps them organize their thoughts and ideas while speaking. Role plays are another important task that can improve English of the students. In role plays, the students assume themselves as one of the character and behave and speak accordingly. In these types of activities, teachers have to play an important role as instructor and guide students properly so that they can act appropriately to meet the situation. Computer assisted language learning, CALL. Nowadays, computer has become a part and parcel of our day-to-day life. It plays an important role in process of teaching and learning. It can be used to learn English. Computers have made language learning easy and also made the language learning process interesting. CALL has reduced the burden of the teacher. CALL enable the learner to look beyond the convenient method of learning and encourage self-learning. Teaching language through visual aids. Third number ਤੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ, one of the innovative method used by the teacher to teach English in classroom is visual aids. The teacher distribute visual aids to students by dividing them into various groups. They are given time to extract relevant information on the given aids. Then they are supposed to speak about the visual aid given them. The teacher motivates the students to talk freely. ਅੱਗੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਿੱਟਾ ਇਹਦਾ ਇਹ ਨਿਕਲਦਾ ਕਿ to meet the present day challenges in teaching English, we should not consider English as a subject because English is to be used actively in interacting with one another throughout the world. By using conventional method, maximum part of class time will be wasted. By following these methods, listening and speaking skills were neglected, as students cannot put their language in practice. In the era of competitive world, good listening and speaking skills become absolute necessity. Teachers should observe how well students organize their thoughts while speaking with other classmates. As language changes geographically due to dialectal variation, the teacher should take adequate steps to teach the students about neutral accent and their importance. While communicating, students should be provided with the software of practice pronunciation through phonetics. Above all, the teachers should update their knowledge, skills, and should acquire thoroughness over their syllabus. ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਨਾ ਹੀ, ਅੱਗੇ ਫਿਰ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਓਕੇ, ਥੈਂਕਸ।